My name is Michael Crampsey. I work as a pre-sales consultant in the mid-market division, mainly covering the Sage CRM products. I think the reason that the handheld devices and PDAs are starting to pick up now is it makes it easier for people to do their job. Previously, they'd have to, certainly people who worked out in the field would have to wait until they got home that evening or even over the weekend, get back onto the system and update the information and put on the work they've been doing. Whereas now they can do that just after their meeting's finished, in a cafe by the side of a motorway, or whenever it suits them. So it makes their life easier by being able to input this information when it suits them. I think there's also an improvement in the quality of the data that gets recorded, because it's recorded closer, if not at the time that the information is received by that person. By the time they get home, they may have forgotten a key piece of information, and that may then be lost forever, and you could then potentially lose a sale as a result of that. There are many benefits to mobilising your CRM software. One aspect is on the sales side. You've got your actual salespeople out in the field who've got up-to-date information at their fingertips. They've got access to all of the key information they need to. So if they're going in to see a customer, they've got access to the recent communications they've had with the customer, any opportunities that are ongoing, as well as any customer service issues there might be, and hopefully any resolutions to those customer service issues as well. So they've got a full picture of everything to do with that customer before they even go in. It's not all about the sales side either. We've also got access to all of this customer service information as well. So it's not just salespeople that use these, it's also customer service engineers and technicians who go out on site. And they can record an issue or pick up an issue that somebody's got. They can go and deal with it, and then they can record what they've done. And in a lot of cases, they also then record the time they've spent on that site, and that information can then be sent back, and in some cases put back into the ERP system for actually billing the customer for the work that they've done. CRM systems that have been mobilised use a variety of devices and also use them in a variety of ways. A lot of the web-based CRM systems will use the actual browser on the phone to make sure that that's how people access the data. But generally speaking, they're also clever enough to recognise that the data is being accessed from a mobile device, so it renders it differently on the screen to make sure it's actually readable, rather than trying to squash the whole screen, 17-inch desktop monitor onto one small handheld device. So it renders it differently to make sure people can read it properly. You've also got the aspect of systems that might be based on your local area network usually, and they can actually be installed as applications onto your mobile device, so it actually runs as an application on there. So you've actually got functionality rather than just accessing the information across the internet. I think more and more businesses will mobilise their workforces in the future. Research that's been carried out by independent companies has revealed that the actual field salespeople or field technicians feel that they will be able to do their jobs better if they had the mobile technology to support them. The actual managers themselves agree with that and say, yeah, they think that their field-based operatives would be more efficient if they had the mobile access to the information. And all of that leads to a higher, what's classed as end-user adoption of the CRM system. So people are more inclined to actually use the CRM system to record data, which is better for everybody. So they find it easy to do their job, they've got all the information they need to. The managers get access to more information more quickly, so that they can actually produce reports and see what's happening with the business on a more up-to-date basis. So they've got access to the most up-to-date information possible. The whole point of CRM is really supposed to be customer-focused, but it's been more and more driven towards how to drive your sales, so how to sell to that customer or to sell to new customers. And the mobility is really bringing it back around to the customer-focused side to make sure that the customer feels that they're getting the most from it, so that they'll then continue to do business with you, because that's a large part of people's business as well. I do think that the hardware, certainly in the mobility market, is really catching up with the software, and in some cases going beyond it, and now the software is making sure that it keeps up. A prime example of that would be the iPhone. And the main reason is that everybody's going to want to have an iPhone, so therefore the salespeople, they want an iPhone, so if they get an iPhone that's got their CRM system on it, then they're going to be pleased as punch with that, and they're going to be out there using that. So we've got to make sure that it's available on the devices that people want to be using. Yeah, it can be very difficult to actually get in front of customers at times. So once we've got in front of the customer, we've got that meeting organised, it's important to make the most of that time. So to make sure we've got access to all the information about that customer, including the sales opportunities, the issues that they've currently got outstanding with us, to make sure that they feel that their time has been well spent and we've really built up a good relationship with them.